Rimuru, the Eighth Deadly Sin. Wolf Sin of Deception by WGS564. Serpent Sin of Envy. Elizabeth was looking out the window of her room, contemplating things. Meliodas. Hey, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Ah, yes. Meliodas. Could you come downstairs for a minute? Rimuru's already down there. Elizabeth. Of course this isn't just some dream, it's real. I found Sir Meliodas and Sir Rimuru, two of the legendary 8 deadly sins. She thought back to their wanted posters and how both of them looked older, completely different from their posters. Elizabeth. I think. Elizabeth. So what's this new outfit for? Meliodas. It's the tavern uniform. He said with a thumbs up. Hawk. Way to put your pervy thoughts on display there, dude. Rimuru, back me up. Rimuru sighed, exasperated by his captain's antics as he was cleaning some counters and tables. Rimuru. If nothing else, it's a decent disguise because who would believe a princess would be wearing that? Elizabeth. While I'm waiting on tables, you want me to keep track of rumors and collect information on the possible whereabouts of the 8 deadly sins, right? Meliodas. Some intel on the holy knights would be okay too. He said that as he was checking her out in the uniform, he lifted the back of her skirt. Meliodas. Oh, don't worry, I just need to conduct a size check. Rimuru once again punched the back of Meliodas' head, sending him to the floor. Hawk. You moron, you're scaring the one person WHO can bring people in without scaring them away with their attitude. Rimuru. Hey, some people are into that, and Elizabeth, don't worry if any customers start to harass you like he does, let me know, I'll kill him for ya. Rimuru said in a casual tone as if he were offering to do a casual chore. Hawk. We'll have less customers if you start offing people. Elizabeth. Excuse me, Sir Meliodas, Sir Rimuru, there's something I've been wanting to ask you both. Rimuru. Sure, what's up? Elizabeth. The 8 deadly sins, are you really that wicked? Are you all terrible criminals like the world says? And if you are, what awful crime did you commit? Rimuru. Well, aren't we curious, but I guess it's only natural. Meliodas. My crime, huh? Well, Elizabeth. Seems to me I just don't understand what kind of people you both are. After all, you both made the effort to save me, even though you had no idea who I was. Meliodas. The truth is, 10 years ago, I traveled through Lyon stealing every pair of panties I could get my hands on. Elizabeth. You've gotta be kidding. Rimuru. He is. Meliodas. That's right. Elizabeth seemed disappointed in herself for falling for that. Meliodas. Okay, what I actually did was stalk 1,000 pretty girls with perfect boobs and groped them all. Elizabeth. Boob groping, that's just a joke, right? Meliodas. It is. Elizabeth's disappointment in herself returned. Elizabeth. Please stop messing around. Or is the truth, you committed crimes so terrible you can't put them into words? Meliodas. Maybe. Rimuru. Well, it's not my place to tell you about the pasts of the other sins without their permission, it'd be rude, but what I can say is the crime we were exiled for is a false charge at least. Elizabeth. I see. Hawk's mom made a stop. Meliodas. Hey, we're here. This is our next wellspring of information, Vanya Village. Rimuru. I'll watch the shop, I could catch up on more sleep anyway. Elizabeth. Are you sure you wish to stay behind? Meliodas. Rimuru's not a big fan of alcohol, though that may not be his fault. Rimuru. I told you to shut up about that. Rimuru stormed off in anger. Rimuru. I'll be upstairs. Rimuru went upstairs to his bed and slammed the door. Elizabeth. Is he gonna be alright? Meliodas. Oh, don't worry about him, he's always like that at the mention of that. Elizabeth. Of what exactly? Meliodas. I'd tell you, but he probably really would kill me if I did. Rimuru laid down in his bed. Rimuru. Doesn't seem like anything interesting will be going on right now, might as well take a nap until we get more customers. As he slept, Rimuru dreamt of Tempest, his nation, his people, the ones he abandoned, the ones he deceived. Before waking up in a cold sweat, the sun had long left. Rimuru. Dang, I must have been more tired than I thought. Well, no use staying awake now. Suddenly, his door burst open. Meliodas. Hey Rimuru. Rimuru. What? Meliodas. We've got a lot of customers coming in. Rimuru groaned. Rimuru. Yeah, I'm coming. As he went downstairs, he saw that the tavern was packed. Rimuru. How did you get all these people to come in? Guess we've got a busy night ahead. Meliodas. You work the kitchen, I'll work the bar, Elizabeth will wait tables. Rimuru. Yeah, I got it. As Rimuru worked in the kitchen, he could hear from there how clumsy Elizabeth seemed to be. Rimuru. Poor girl, but I'm sure she'll get the hang of it eventually. If nothing else, at least no one seems to be too upset at her. Hawk. Oh yeah, there'll be no shortage of scraps for me tonight. As they continued serving customers through the night, Rimuru and Meliodas suddenly went on alert. Hawk. Shouldn't one of you see what's up? We just had a princess run out of here. Aren't one of you gonna make her feel better? Meliodas. Gotta go pee. Meliodas went outside. Hawk. Man, the boss is a real slacker. Meanwhile, you're cold as ice. Rimuru. She'll be fine, and someone has to serve customers in the meantime. It didn't take long before a series of tremors were heard. A spear had been hauled at the town with magic, but Meliodas thankfully caught it and sent it back before it could do too much damage. Rimuru. Someone's rusty. If it were me, I wouldn't have moved from the spot I was standing. Hawk. Now's not the time to flex. Rimuru, Elizabeth, and Hawk went down to the village to see Meliodas. Elizabeth. Sir Meliodas, was that spear from the holy knight who left his sword in the ground? Meliodas. Probably so, I think that's our cue to leave here as soon as we can. Rimuru. Good idea. Elizabeth. But what if Vanya village gets attacked again? Rimuru. They'd definitely attack if they knew we were. Meliodas. I think they'd be in a lot more danger if we were to stay. Rimuru. Don't tell me you got our cover blown already. I can't leave you alone for a second. Well, best to keep moving then. Hawk. It would be nice if we were to find some place to hide out. Elizabeth. Wait a minute. Meliodas. What is it? Rimuru. Something on your mind. Elizabeth. Earlier tonight, Mead said he'd do anything not to be taken to the Forest of White Dreams. Rimuru. I don't know who that is, but in my travels alone, I did hear about that place. Somewhere so scary that not even holy knights would go near it. Elizabeth. Yes, that's exactly what I heard. Hawk. Really? Sounds good to me. Meliodas. That settles it, then, except that we're not gonna be hiding out. Bekkasu, we're gonna be doing exactly what we should. Hawk. What do you mean by that? Rimuru. Isn't it obvious? Elizabeth. You don't think? Meliodas. Yep, and I bet one of us is living there. Rimuru. Hopefully, it's someone at least tolerable. Meliodas. Okay, let's find another sin. Elizabeth. Right. True to their word, they made their way to the Forest of White Dreams. They had all been wandering in it, but they hadn't found anything or anyone short of dead trees and blinding fog. Hawk. Hey, guys, are you sure about this? We've been out here for 3 hours now, there's no sign of any animals, much less any humans either. Rimuru. Good thing we aren't necessarily looking for a human, then. Elizabeth. Do you really think we'll be able to find one of the 8 deadly sins here? Meliodas. Probably. Rimuru. I'd personally bet on it. Hawk. You mean we came here without any solid evidence? Rimuru. I thought that was a given. How are we supposed to know for sure? That's why we're here to check, just in case, and don't worry, I've been keeping track of where we are, we're fine. Hawk. Well, that's fair, but I heard there was a terrifying monster who lurks around here, watching and waiting. Elizabeth. Ah. Hawk. What is it? Elizabeth. Two can feel something grabbing me from behind. Meliodas. Hey, relax, just me. Elizabeth. Oh, good, what a relief. Hawk. You're such a creeper. Meliodas was punched into a tree ever so casually by Rimuru. Rimuru. Let's keep moving already, we've got a lot of ground to cover if we wanna properly investigate these woods. Meliodas got up from the tree as a comically large swell was on his head. Meliodas. Well, putting that aside for just a minute, I might have a little evidence. Traveling through the Forest of White Dreams on horseback is more difficult than you think. It's so hard to get your bearings that experienced travelers go around it. Elizabeth. This would be the perfect place for someone to hide out. Rimuru. I forget you do actually have thoughts about stuff that aren't perverted from time to time. That's pretty clever, Captain. Suddenly, Elizabeth seemed on edge. Hawk. You okay? Rimuru. Something wrong. Elizabeth. Sure, just fine. Rimuru. Everyone kept walking. Rimuru. We've already covered a good amount of the forest, shouldn't take long to find all of it. If we can't find anything, then we'll leave. So for now, let's just tough it out. The faster we explore, faster we can leave. Hawk. No, come on slowpokes, pick up the pace would ya. Rimuru. Someone had an attitude adjustment. Meliodas. Hey, hold your bacon, not a lot of fun traveling with a nervous piggy, whoa. Hawk, in unison, what do ya mean calling me a nervous piggy, huh? Hawk. It's a herd, they're all me. Hawk 2. Yeah, I know. Hawk 3. What's going on? Elizabeth. This is the monster of the forest. Rimuru. I mean, it is weird, but I'm not so sure. Meliodas. I for one find it terrifying. Hawk. 1. Meliodas, Rimuru, look, you gotta help me out here, I'm the real one. Hawk. 2. Whatever you faker. Hawk. 3. Hey, zip it, Porky. Rimuru. I'm stumped. Meliodas. Meliodas blitzed all of them. Hawk. He's not a nice man. Elizabeth. Hawk. The hawks hid behind Rimuru. Hawk. Elizabeth, help. Hawk, in unison, please, even my mom would never hit me like that. Rimuru. Well, maybe she should've anyway. This is one method to find out, let's try blasting them all. Rimuru said as he charged his magic in his hands with a smirk on his face, but he stopped as he saw the doubles change form. Elizabeth. They're all me. Elizabeth, in unison, hi, Sir Meliodas, hi, Sir Rimuru. Rimuru. Oh no. Elizabeth. 1. It's me, you both realize that, right? Elizabeth. 2. No, here I'm the real one. Elizabeth. 3. Don't trust them, it's really me. Rimuru. Well, you're the pervert who's spent the most time looking at her. Got any ideas, Captain? Meliodas. Wow, what a bevy of boobies. Hawk. Look, this is not the time, man. Rimuru. I should slug you again. Leave this place, leave, get out of this forest, humans. Rimuru smirked. Rimuru. I wonder who they're talking to. The Elizabeth clones ripped off heavy branches in their way with ease as they got closer. Elizabeth. 1. Sir Meliodas. Elizabeth. 2. Sir Rimuru. Rimuru. This is both endearing and creepy at the same time, like a yandere. Meliodas. Huh, I really can't tell one from the other. Rimuru. Well, if a perv like you can't tell, we're definitely screwed. The Elizabeth clones all jumped to tackle them. Elizabeth, in unison, Sir Meliodas, Sir Rimuru. Meliodas and Rimuru jumped out of the way on top of a tall rock. Meliodas. Oh my goodness, however can I tell which of you is the real one? Elizabeth. 1. That's me. Elizabeth. 2. You can trust me, I'll do whatever you want. Meliodas. Yes, starting now, I want you all to do exactly what I tell you to. Rimuru. Fail to follow what he says, and you will be marked as a fake and struck down. Rimuru said as he charged magic in his hands. The Elizabeths seemed a bit put off. Meliodas. You heard him now, what do we say? Elizabeth, in unison, oh, of course. Meliodas sat down. Meliodas. Okay, right hand up in the air. They did as told. Meliodas. Left one on your cheek. They did as told. Meliodas. Now call out my name, and be naughty. Elizabeth. In unison, Sir Meliodas, hi. Meliodas. Now, squeeze your boobs. They did as told and moaned while doing it. Meliodas. This is amazing. Hawk. Could ya just find the real one? Rimuru. Hold up, Hawk, let him continue. Meliodas. I got it, one last thing, jump as high as you can. They all did as told, all except one. In fact, she got closer to the ground and held down her skirt protectively as if she was missing something. Elizabeth. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Rimuru. Oh, I get it now. Rimuru blasted all the Elizabeth clones in the air with black lightning. The Elizabeth clones in the air poofed and fled after revealing their true forms. Hawk. Look at that, they're just hide-and-seeks prankster imps, we thought they were the monster of the forest. Meliodas. After him. Elizabeth. Right. Meliodas. Oh yeah, you might need these. Meliodas gave her back her panties. Meliodas. Later. Meliodas ran after the imps. Elizabeth. You stole my underwear. Rimuru. You're scum, you know that, count yourself lucky it worked out this time. They kept chasing the imps. Meliodas. Keep a sharp eye on them, guys, there's probably something they're headed for in that direction. Elizabeth. Wait, look, it's a girl. Hawk. Oh, no way, you don't think they're planning to attack her, do ya? Rimuru. Wait, is that Elizabeth? A defenseless little girl like that? Hawk. I know, right. She's just a little. Elizabeth. Maybe not. Imp 1. Lady Diane. Lady Diane. Hawk. Oh wow, she's big. Imp 2. Lady Diane, we accidentally let some Holy Knight trespassers come in. Imp 3. Lady Diane. The giant girl stood up and looked down at them. Elizabeth. Wait a minute, is she the same giant who? Diane. Some Holy Knights got in, huh? Hawk. Whoa, she's huge. Elizabeth. No, we're not Holy Knights, we came here too. Before Elizabeth could finish her sentence, Rimuru and Meliodas were snatched up and brought to her eye level. Diane. You, Holy Knights, are in trouble. Hawk. Hold on, you're not gonna eat them or you. Elizabeth. You let go of Sir Meliodas and Sir Rimuru as well. Diane. Huh, Sir Meliodas. Sir Rimuru. She brought both of them closer to get a better look at them. Meliodas. Yo, Diane, what's it been like 10 years? Rimuru. Not long, then, in our eyes, I'm glad to see you're doing well. She kept looking at them both, and suddenly her eyes lit up. She brought them closer to her. Diane. Captain and the Vice Captain, I've missed you both so much. It's been forever since I've seen you guys. Hawk. Hang on, a giant chick with pigtails is one of the 8 deadly sins. Diane. The serpent sin of envy. Diane. Ah, you boys are so thoughtful, you remembered how much I love whole roasted pig. Hawk. Hey wait, don't eat me lady. Diane tied Hawk by his legs upside down over a fire with an apple in his mouth. Diane. How can I eat you without cooking you first? Hawk. That's not what I meant. Now get me out of this thing, I can already feel my rump roasting. Rimuru. Diane, please don't cook Hawk. Hawk. Rimuru. Rimuru. He's emergency food, exclusively that, and emergency funds. Hawk. Are you kidding me? Meliodas. Wow, something's starting to smell pretty good. Hawk. Hey, don't act like you can't see me down here. Do something, will ya? Hawk was eventually freed, and he was blowing on his rump to attempt to cool the burns. Diane. Alright fine, if you say so, but who's this girl? Elizabeth. Oh, a pleasure to meet you, Lady Diane. My name's Elizabeth, and I've asked Sir Meliodas and Rimuru if they would allow me to travel with them. Diane. So it's just the 3 of you then. Meliodas. Plus a talking pig. Rimuru. But getting it to shut up is the trick. Diane put down Rimuru gently while still holding Meliodas. Diane. So, Rimuru, is this what it looks like? Meliodas. What does it look like? Rimuru smirked. Rimuru. It's exactly what it looks like. I can hear them every night, and believe me, it gets annoying. Elizabeth. Hear what? Diane. Oh, is that so? Meliodas. I guess, and we. Diane slammed Meliodas into the ground. He landed on a small hill beneath a tree. Diane. You filthy womanizer. Rimuru had a devilish grin on his face as he watched. Diane. After all this time, I'm finally back with the man I love, but now he's with another woman. Rimuru jumped on Diane's shoulder and patted her head in an attempt to comfort her. Rimuru. It's like I always told you, guys like him will just break your heart. You should cut your losses, my friend, plenty of fish in the sea. Diane. I know you told me, but I never expected my heart to be broken into a million pieces like this, but still, if you have an explanation, I'm willing to listen, Captain. Meliodas. Honestly, there's not a. Diane punched Meliodas where he stood repeatedly. Rimuru had already jumped off her shoulders and landed where Elizabeth and Hawk were standing, that devilish grin still present on his face. Diane. I don't wanna hear your excuses. You're nothing but a lying, perverted, philandering little. Elizabeth. Think he's okay? Rimuru. Hopefully not. Elizabeth. Sir Rimuru. Rimuru. I'm kidding, slightly. But don't worry, this is the norm, and it was basically unavoidable from the start, just give it a minute. Hawk. Wow, she's nuts. Rimuru. She's actually really sweet once you get to know her. Diane. You're a big jerk, you hear me? She did one final blow with both fists together, creating a giant dust cloud. Later, they got to explain themselves. Meliodas. So, to finally put an end to all the corruption and stop the Holy Knights from rampaging, Elizabeth's trying to get the 8 deadly sins together. Diane. I didn't know about that, geez, did you really have to tease me like that, Rimuru? Rimuru. Well, previous actions of the day alone say he deserved it, plus it was pretty funny, you gotta admit. Diane pouted at Rimuru. Diane. And I'm sorry I tried to eat you, piggy. Hawk. You think that makes it alright, You stuffed my belly full of fruit and burned up my backside. Diane glared at Hawk, causing him to shiver. Rimuru. Just let it go, Hawk, you're fine now, aren't you? Diane spared another glance for Elizabeth. Diane, you positive you're not having that kinda relationship with the captain? Elizabeth. I'm not. Rimuru. Don't worry, she's a good and honest girl, you can believe that. Meliodas. You know, you and I don't have a relationship like that either. Diane. What? Rimuru. I mean, he's got a point there. Meliodas. Anyway, I'm just gonna do what I can to help Elizabeth gather the 8 deadly sins, 'cause I wanna find them too. Rimuru. I joined up with the captain a couple of months ago, so we'd be happy to have another pretty girl tagging along. Diane. Still a senseless flatterer, I see. Well, if that's the case, I'll come along with you guys. You'll have the help of the serpent sin of envy, the giant, Diane. Meliodas. Really? That's great. Rimuru. Good to have you back. Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us, Lady Diane. Diane. But get this straight, the only reason I'm doing this is because the captain and vice captain are with you. Rimuru. Ah, how sweet of you, Diane. Diane chuckled. Diane. You know who would kill you if say, now that I mention it, where's Rimuru? Please. Don't ask. I'll tell you later, okay? Meliodas smirked. Meliodas. Oh, you'll wanna hear this, it's hilarious. Imp 1. Oh, thank goodness, finally we can live in peace again. Imp 2. For years, she's been threatening us, saying she'd make us all pay if we didn't give her shelter. Hawk. They can be free now, so beautiful. Diane. But seriously, I can understand if you don't want to talk about it, but I hope everything's okay with, you know. Rimuru. It will be, don't worry. Suddenly, a loud caw of a crow could be heard. Elizabeth. What was that? Diane. This is strange. I thought there weren't any animals left in this part of the forest. Hawk. Smells like it's gonna rain. Wait, look at that. Hawk. What's going on? Elizabeth. Thunderclouds. Rimuru. Those clouds aren't natural, they're filled with mana, which means we've got company. Suddenly, thunder struck from those clouds, and rings of thunder were around Meliodas' body. Meliodas. Ah, what's up with this? Diane. Captain. Soon, spiraling thunder rings were around everyone. Elizabeth. My body's gone completely numb. Hawk. I can't move at all. Imps. We can't move either. Rimuru. Well, no one asked you guys. Rimuru said to the imps. Suddenly, someone in a suit of armor approached them. Meliodas. And you are Gilthunder. It would seem we meet at last, you deadly sins. Diane. This power. Meliodas. Yeah, there's no doubt about it, Holy Knight, aren't you? Elizabeth. Gilthunder. Gilthunder, is that you? Elizabeth. What are you up to? Why are you doing this? Meliodas. You know this guy. Elizabeth. Well, yes, since I was a little girl, he was my father's attendant, as an aide to the king, and son of the Holy Knight Grand Master, he was always at the palace, so I kinda grew up with him. Rimuru. Ah, a childhood friend reunion, I see. Meliodas. The son of the Grand Master, huh? Hey, wait a minute, are you little Gil? Elizabeth. What you know him too? Meliodas. Sure, I'd even give him lessons occasionally when I'd find myself in the royal palace. Wow, you've really grown up. Then again, it has been 10 years since I've seen ya. Rimuru. Wait, is this that little shivering boy who'd always want to spar with you? Oh, he was such a cute, sweet little boy back then. What happened? Meliodas held back a chuckle. Gilthunder. If you have the time to prattle on in this manner, it might be better spent trying to escape those bonds. Hawk. Hey, this lightning's familiar. Meliodas. I know what you mean. When a certain someone blocked up Vanya's water supply and then tried to blow the village away, that was you, wasn't it? Rimuru. Guess we know what kinda guy he grew up to be. Elizabeth. Sir Meliodas, that can't be, you're wrong, Gilthunder wouldn't. Her thought was interrupted as she looked in his eyes, she couldn't help but second guess herself. Elizabeth. Number. Diane struggled against her bonds. Diane. These can't hold me. Gilthunder. That's useless. Her arms were put back in place. Meliodas. Diane, just save it, don't bother. Diane. Captain. Gilthunder had his sword at Meliodas' neck. Gilthunder. Do you know why the knights are after the heads of the 8 deadly sins? Meliodas. Not really. Rimuru. Did we take the last piece of cake at a party or something? Gilthunder. Half of them are seeking revenge and total eradication of the rebel order that plotted to overthrow the kingdom. The other half want to do glorious battle and vanquish the legendary warriors to prove their own strength. Meliodas. And which half are you in? Gilthunder. Both of them. No, I want more. Meliodas. Is that so? Gilthunder. Yes, to avenge the death of my father, Zarathos Holy Knight's Grand Master, and to show that I am even greater than he, the most powerful Holy Knight ever known. Killing you will prove that. Rimuru. Well, I guess that's a fair title. We were never really Holy Knights after all. Meliodas. So you're under the impression that I'm the one who murdered your father, is that it? Gilthunder. Are you saying you're not? Meliodas. No idea, see the thing is I don't really remember much from back then. Diane. Captain. Rimuru. Wait, really? Meliodas. The last thing I remember is all of us being summoned to the old castle right on the edge of town. Flashback 10 years ago. Meliodas. I was hoping to get a few drinks in to celebrate the founding of the kingdom. King. You've never needed an excuse to knock him back before. Rimuru. He's got ya there. Rimuru wore a familiar mask suit and a suit of armor. Rimuru's mask. Rimuru's armor. Rimuru took off his mask, thinking that it would be impolite to greet the Grand Master that way, revealing that his eyes were heterochromatic back then, one yellow, one red. Rimuru. Still, I get the idea this is a celebration after all, so let's wrap this up quickly so we can relax. Merlin. Sounded like the Grand Master had something important to discuss. Diane. Maybe he's gonna give us a special reward for our excellent handling of that business with the Troll Queen. Meliodas. Well, it's all the same to me. Let's get scolded, then go celebrate. Ban. You expect a dressing down. Rimuru. Even if that is the case, knowing the guy, I'm sure he'll slap us on the wrist since it is a special day, but let me do the talking so we can keep it that way if that happens. Meliodas and Rimuru opened the doors. Meliodas. Hey, we're here. Rimuru. Such a lovely day isn't? Meliodas and Rimuru were shocked by what they had found. Meliodas. Grand Master. Rimuru. By the bells. Rimuru swore, the sight of their beloved Grand Master, pierced and skewered with spears and swords, was an awful sight to see. Ban. That's brutal. Diane. He's a pin cushion. King. Who would do this? Merlin. More importantly, why did they target the leader of the Holy Knights? Ban. You're right, the Grand Master is the linchpin of the kingdom's defense, he's practically a war god, whoever killed him must be a traitor plotting to overthrow Leones. Diane. And they knew precisely what his loss was gonna mean. Rimuru. Damn it, if I had been here sooner, I could have brought him back, but his soul is too far gone. In the meantime, we need to report this in. King. I sense something. Meliodas looked out the window. Meliodas. Wait, what? We're surrounded by every knight in the kingdom. Diane. There are too many of them out there to count. What are they planning to? Ban. Damn, they've started their attack. Meliodas. We'll figure it out for now, let's split up. We'll meet again later. Rimuru. I'll keep us connected with thought communication, so keep us in the loop if you find out anything. Ban. Understood. As Meliodas retreated, the last words he could recall were, Captain. I'm sorry. Meliodas. Those words are the last thing I can remember. The rest is blank. The next thing I knew, I was lying down in a cellar somewhere. That's when I meet Hawk. Rimuru. So that's where he came from. Merlin and I had our work cut out for us that day. Elizabeth. I knew it, you really weren't the ones to kill the Grand Master, were you? Rimuru. He was dead when we got there, so no. Gilthunder. That makes no difference to me. Elizabeth. What are you saying? Gilthunder. Rebels and traitors who plotted to overthrow the kingdom. That's all you people are. Rimuru. You people. Elizabeth. Enough, you must stop this. Didn't you hear what he just told you? They aren't the ones who murdered him, don't you understand? Gilthunder. Elizabeth, the kingdom wants you taken into protective custody. But I haven't the slightest interest in that. Alive or dead, it's all the same. To me, you are no more than a grain of sand on the road that is being traveled. Gilthunder released her from her binds. Gilthunder. Go away, the Sins and I have unfinished business. Elizabeth got in front of Meliodas, Rimuru, and Diane protectively. Elizabeth. I won't let you hurt these people. Rimuru. I personally appreciate that, but you really should go. We'll be fine. Besides, mercy or even indifference from guys like him is a blessing. Hawk crawled as the lightning binds were burning him. Hawk. It's over for me. I feel numb, like I've been electrocuted. Gilthunder kicked him away without a second thought. Rimuru. Animal abuse. Elizabeth. Hawk, no. Elizabeth ran where Hawk was kicked. Rimuru. Well, he needs her help more than we do, regardless. Gilthunder. Now that we've dispensed with that interruption. Gilthunder walked towards Meliodas. Meliodas. Are you sure about this? In the old days, you were never able to beat me, remember? Gilthunder. But that was a long time ago. Gilthunder got down to Meliodas's level to make eye contact with him. Gilthunder. I am now more powerful than any of the 8 deadly sins. Meliodas. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But you could be wrong too. Rimuru. He's definitely wrong. Gilthunder. Then we should find out. First, I'll release your bonds. Meliodas. Well, I appreciate that, but I got it. Meliodas broke out of his bonds with ease, so did Diane, and Rimuru used his void magic to devour his. Meliodas. Could have escaped whenever we felt like it. Gilthunder. Just know if I felt like it, I could annihilate you instantly. Meliodas. I kinda doubt that. Gilthunder. I shall use my sword to kill you. Meliodas. Then right back at you, big guy, don't interfere, alright guys. Rimuru. Don't have to tell me twice. Diane. Ah, you get all the fun. Gilthunder. Don't want to risk my defeating you 3 at once. Gilthunder took a sword stance, but Meliodas was already in front of him. Meliodas. Can't you tell when your elder is trying to be nice?